Hey guys, how's it going? So, as you can see, we are in a little bit of a different environment today. I really want to spend some more time outdoors, and the one way I can do that is by filming outdoors. So, let's get at it. My hands are a little bit cold. This is the last day the kids are on spring break, so you'll likely hear them in the background, but that is okay. Sacred Creator Oracle deck. It's a brand new deck to me. I purchased it on my birthday weekend when I was in Edmonton. The author is Kristin. She has quickly become one of my favorite authors. I really love her style and really just love her energy. Let's smudge. Open our circle. Shuffle. The energy of the week, light in the unexpected. Essential meanings: the unexpected, upheaval, disarray, working with a sudden change, lessons from unexpected sources, spreading love in difficult times, showing your true self, being a light worker in a place where it is needed most. The self-care message: lack of preparedness, loss of control, situations or beliefs that shake your foundations to the core, hiding your true nature or feelings because of what is socially acceptable, delaying the inevitable or denying necessary change, not working your light when it is needed. Something unexpected is emerging quickly. This type of sudden change can be exhilarating, yet it can also feel like things have gotten way out of control when parts of our regularly scheduled reality begin to crumble. While the future will be unpredictable during this upheaval, know that the universe is holding you close. This change will expose a handful of opportunities that you can't see just yet. What shimmers beneath the rubble? Love. Light, meaning, happiness. They are all hidden in your current situation, so allow them to flood into your life by actively searching for the meaning in the madness. You will see that this is exactly what you've been preparing for. It's during challenging times that your star stuff can truly shine, so take a deep breath and seek the light in the darkness. There's so much of it there to work with. There's something about your life today that you have been looking at all wrong. What's fractured and what's working? Or which pieces are worth keeping? What exponential growth and transformation is available to you? What light in the unexpected is staring back at you with its silver lining? Kind of a heavy card for this week. I think for all of us, we kind of have, there's a knowing about what is coming up and what's expected. It isn't all pleasant. So this week we are going to get a glimpse into that. And really our job is to find that silver lining, to figure out how to move forward through this darkness. So it's kind of interesting because normally when we see shadow work like this, it happens in the winter. We are entering spring, hence I am outside, and we are really excited about new beginnings. There's something that is not allowing us to move forward just yet. And that's what this card is about. We're not going to be able to move forward in the regular way. And so we need to, I guess, be a little creative with how we go ahead and do that. And can we really learn that lesson of patience? What else we need to know? Overthinking can spoil the magic. So there's kind of these two camps, right? Light in the unexpected, where you're kind of asked to kind of overthink a little bit, really kind of find the light, but then you're also being asked not to really overthink about it too much. And to me, what that means is don't get obsessive with the overthinking or with the thinking. You know what I mean? Don't become obsessive in your thoughts. Be open to new ideas, to new possibilities, to new ways of doing things. So this is the very first card. The number of this card is actually 00. It says, overthinking can spoil the magic. Find inspiration, new beginnings, setting out on your own path, following your intuition and trusting the universe, the courage to begin new projects, having a positive mindset, recognizing serendipity and opportunity. The self-care message: naively jumping into something new with both feet, analysis paralysis, and the fear of making the wrong decision, movement and progress blocked by your own doubts, not trusting your gut, worrying about outcomes before you begin, blocking or disregarding your own intuition, obsessive planning and perfectionism, a need to learn new skills along the way. This is the trust card, the go card, finding the courage to step out card. It is a reminder to take action when you are feeling inspired by a big idea, and to use the delicious energy of new beginnings to sustain your motion as you move into the sacred flow of making it happen. It's time to allow magical beginnings to take root. There is such a thing as blocking your own magic by overthinking, and sometimes trusting in the unknown is exactly what needs to be done. Jump in with both feet, bravely, passionately, foolishly even. Because when you know, you just know. Sometimes you can feel the rightness of an opportunity as it blossoms in front of you. Embrace this divine timing and the authenticity of imperfection and leaping towards your destiny. As you do, expect to level up your skills in order to integrate these new lessons and new experiences, because this, sweet soul, is where you learn to fly. What new experiences are intriguing you right now? How could you benefit from a little more spontaneity? What's the worst that could happen if you just ran with it? What's the best that could happen? The go card, right? Light in the unexpected and the go card. So with reading that explanation, you can see where even though everything seems dim and dark and we're really just all kind of frustrated right now, you can feel the frustration in the collective. There is a little bit of a silver lining and that light. And then when you see that light, don't overthink it, and then just kind of run with your new ideas and to explore and to be creative and have fun, right? It's kind of interesting how I decided this morning, and not even the first thing when I woke up this morning, I knew I wanted to spend some more time outside today. But I also knew that I had a number of videos that I needed to record today as well. So one way to do that is to bring the filming outside. Sure, it took a little bit of extra time with setup and things like that. It was well worth it though. You know, I got to bring that creativity out here. What will work? Using what I have around the house to make this experience. So, really funny story here as I am doing the reading this week. I went from card 1 to card 2, and I jumped right over to card 4, and I skipped over card 3. Card 3 is, where is the energy of this week going? One step ahead is all you need. And I decided just to take a great big leap right over to our action card. Let's explore this card. Essential meanings: 1% better each day, determination, perseverance, forward progress, sharing learned knowledge, leading edge of thought, building on existing skills. The self-care message: worrying about expert status, impatience, not enjoying the journey, unwarranted feelings of doubt or failure, insecurities, lack of direction or focus, taking on too much too quickly. Today, take one small step ahead. Sometimes we worry about not making it to our destiny fast enough, not building our content quickly enough, or not being expert enough the moment we begin. I love this card, and I love how this reading is turning out, how I'm going to have to edit my video and put this segment in right in the middle, how I even changed locations because my kids were kind of getting noisy. And as I'm filming this right this second, I'm hearing my kids come back into this door. This is life, and this is embracing life, and you don't need to be an expert. Stop, overthinking can spoil the magic. It's asking you to kind of to jump in when you see that light, when you see what brings you joy, to explore that, to do those things. And there's so much meaning in these cards this week. There were parts of me that were feeling a little guilty over the last week or two. I've, kind of taken a bit of a break from Facebook and social media and really filming more videos and things like that. And there's a step in there to really embrace the authenticity of life and a spiritual journey or a spiritual practice or things like that. You don't have to be perfect. Those spiritual leaders or mentors that have been put on this pedestal, that have all this, the branding and the marketing and the imaging is like perfect. You are watching those people kind of crumble a little bit. And you're going to watch them stumble. And it's going to be really interesting if they decide to step more into their authentic selves and their authentic truths and let us see them. That pattern of not enough, let that go, because one step ahead is all you need, sweet pea. Even overnight successes happen in stages. Learn to revel in the lifelong learning and stepping, and trust those who walked before you and who knew that the journey was more important than the final destination. Whether you are moving towards adding new skills to your toolkit or towards a giant dream you've just started to envision, whatever it is that you are building, determination and perseverance are mighty mindsets to adopt. This card also suggests that you are 100% worthy of sharing any steps that you've learned with others, even if you've learned them recently. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to give you a little ding giggle because I think that's all that you need to know. If you've been watching me and you've been watching my videos, I think you understand my personality and those little light bulb moments that hit. There doesn't really need to be any explanation. And if that doesn't sound like music to your soul, maybe it's time to start logging your steps and your progress to remind yourself of how far you've come. So, that's kind of like journaling. If you've done any sort of weight loss, healthy eating, those sorts of things, right? They always say, take pictures, because sometimes when we see the progress on paper, it doesn't look like much, but then when we put two photos side by side, that really can inspire you to keep going. When you string them all together, they become marathons of one step in front of the other, and the rhythm they create is your divine dance towards expansion, one inspired step at a time. How would you like to inspire others, and how can you express your own creative optimism? Is there something that you've been pushing too hard for, or something that would benefit from more of your focus? When you tune in, what is your next step going to be? Tuning inwards. This whole last few weeks, it's all been about tuning inwards and really understanding what drives us. Let's cut to the next card, our action. Our action this week, fall in love with your own story. This is important. So important to have appreciation and gratitude for our story and for our experiences, the good experiences, the not so good experiences. They have all shaped who we are and where we are right now. We might be in a spot in our journey that we don't necessarily like. And it's okay. We understand that it is just a mere step in our progression, in our journey, in learning our lessons. Fall in love with your story. Essential meaning: sharing your story, accepting responsibility as the author of your own epic tale, revisiting the inspiration behind your brand story. Self-care message: a need to be wary about negative stories you tell yourself about your circumstances and abilities, a desire to adopt or mimic someone else's story because you don't love your own, an incongruent brand message, the need to trust in your own story and to communicate it honestly. Our stories have power. They shape our understanding of who we are and what we can do, and when we get them right and totally love our own story, magic happens. The story that has the most hold on your life is the one that you tell yourself every day. It runs on autopilot, and it convinces you of your lucky or unlucky circumstances, your amazing or mediocre abilities, your strengths and weaknesses, and it assures that money is easy to make or that you need to suffer and work hard before it can arrive. It includes a lot of shoulds, and it's mega powerful because it informs your perception of reality while solidifying your subconscious beliefs. As it's both a powerful gateway to the incredible and a powerful weaver of the truthless shadows. It's time to be mindful of your story you are telling yourself. If it needs a rewrite, edit its message to share the most beautiful parts of who you are. If you uncover something negative that's been playing on repeat, you've hit a massive opportunity to stop the loop. You have an incredible story. Dig around in your soul a little bit, and it will be staring back at you with a little something something that no other person on this planet can replicate. What does your story say you're great at? What does it say that you need to work on? Are parts of it tired and old and horribly out of date? What needs a rewrite? So that's our action. Our action is to, again, that's my kitty. It's another re-evaluation week. Really understanding the background, the conditioning, what our needs are, our wants, our desires, those sorts of things. But really understanding that even though our perception of how our life has unfolded, it might not be positive, especially in some periods of our life, taking the lessons that we have learned and really just pushing forward. One step ahead is all that we need. Just moving forward one step at a time. That's how we're going to really blossom here. So once we know this, once we know the background, we really can embrace these cards and we can step into our truth, into our authenticity. And I was thinking about that the other day. I was thinking, how can I be even more authentic with you guys? How can I show up for you without it seeming like me being on my pedestal preaching, without it seeming fake, Pinteresty, all these sorts of things, without it seeming like, I don't want it to seem like I am better than anybody else, because I'm not. I really just want to be able to create a space for people to have that self-discovery about themselves, to have a little bit of that upheaval, so that we don't get complacent, because I know we can all do better. We can all live, it seems corny, right? We can all live in harmony. We can, I don't know. There's so much here to be grateful for and to have gratitude of. And I'm starting to get emotional, even just being out here in the forest and really being held, really just embracing this part of my life, hearing my kids in the background, telling them, can you just be quiet for 5 more minutes while I finish, recording this video, hearing the squirrels, the trees, feeling my fingertips getting cold, all the different sensations that make me realize that I am alive, I am breathing. There's so much gratitude. As corny as that seems, there is so much gratitude. And there were times in my life where I didn't see the light, where I felt so alone and so dark, and I didn't know how I was going to make another step forward. It's hard when you're in that space and you do have people in your life that love you and they are trying to give you advice, to encourage you to move forward, to step forward, or to shake it off. And there are times when we are unwilling to hear that, or we don't even know how to interpret that, or we are so comfortable in our grief and our misery, we are wearing it around like a cozy blanket, that we don't realize that there's another way. And it has to come within. Yes, we need some external support at times, but ultimately that first intention needs to come from within inside of you, and asking for help if that's what you need, and being clear about what kind of help you want or what kind of help you need to help you move forward. So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Give this video a like, and we will talk to you later. Take care.